My name is Diana Burbano, and I am a Colombian, I am an immigrant, and I am a playwright. I'm going to be talking to you about Manuelita Saenz, who is a Latin American revolutionary, soldier, spy, and all-around kick-ass woman. She was actively trying to win the freedom for her people from Spain. Manuelita was born out of wedlock, and she was raised in a convent. And unlike sort of our stereotypical view of nuns, these nuns are revolutionary nuns, and they were the midwives, they were the smart women, they were the medicine women, and she was raised that way. Another part of her childhood that I find fascinating, Manuelita's father gifted her with two enslaved young girls. They were exactly the same age as Manuelita, Jonatas and Natan, and they were raised together. Manuelita was sort of a mixed race Creole. Jonatas was a very, very dark-skinned African woman, and Natan, who was enslaved, was lighter than both of them. In fact, the story of Manuelita can't exist without those two women. These women lived their entire lives together. Manuelita, in fact, gave Jonatas her freedom at the end of her life, which always made Jonatas laugh because she thought, I don't know how she gave me something that was not hers to give. Jonatas was actually the brilliant spy. She was the one who sort of got them into spying because nobody would suspect a dark-skinned African woman. So she would listen very actively to whatever was going on in the town, come back to Manuelita and tell her what was going on, and Manuelita would tell the revolutionaries. Nobody thought women could be that smart. And as a matter of fact, they used that idea that they were too dumb to get anything done to get a lot of secrets out of the Spaniards and give those secrets to Simón Bolívar and his troops. Her father married her off to an Englishman who lifted her status in society. She is becoming very involved with the revolution, and she wants to be more involved. So she left. She took off. She was married to him, and she said, to hell with it. I'm going to go be a revolutionary. She sells all her jewelry. She buys horses for herself, for Jonatas, and for Natan, and they go to fight with Bolívar at the Battle of Ayacucho. Both she and Jonatas wore soldiers' uniforms, and they fought. They brought supplies, they took care of the wounded. Jonatas would come back and forth relaying what was going on the front line. They became so important in the effort to win these battles that Bolívar actually made her Manuelita a corporal, and then he made her a colonel, and then he gave her the Order of the Sun. It's the highest order for military rank of the Revolutionary War of Latin America. One of the things that she's most famous for is that she's Simón Bolívar's greatest mistress. It's a great love affair that absolutely undercuts how brilliant she was, how smart she was. She actually rescued Simón Bolívar from assassination. The story goes, they were in bed together, and they heard the assassins coming, and she said, hide, hide. And she stands there as the soldiers come in, and she threatens them, grabs his sword and says, I'll kill you, I'll murder you. But she put her life on the line for that man, because she believed in his cause. He called her the liberator of the liberator, and that's the title that she carries in South America today. It's about not letting people put you into a box because you're not what they expect you to be. Manuelita was not afraid of societal mores. She wasn't afraid of being herself in a time when it wasn't allowed for women to be themselves. She lived on her own terms. I really like that about her.